I felt Oz almost didn't make a single mistake. It was never that he was too exposed. Well, you seem to have a minor issue, but nothing to worry about.
We can always cast off your screen, Kev. That's why we have 2 computers.
Yes. Well, what happens if mine fails too? Then we're going to have to...
Then we have problems. We're going to have to stand behind the players and cast off their screens.
With mobile mics, I think that might be quite a thing.
Be sure to tell those guys that we're just going to keep on going. And we're going to hop into game so you guys can see what is happening. So here we go, folks. Moving on to Frost, the second game in this series. And we are looking on in the bottom right-hand corner of the map at the blue Zerg player. Let's hear it for Vortix. Did our Protoss player no, there he is. He's there. Kevin was just teasing us.
I was hiding him.
Because his opponent in the bottom left-hand corner of Frost, leading 1-0, EG Oz. Thanks, Barbie. All right, Kev. Oz is up 1-0. What do you think he's going to do here? I feel like he might throw in something a little more aggro than what we saw last time.
Maybe, but also perhaps even though he didn't scout that much, maybe he sort of identified what he was playing against. He's opening up with a Forge here. This still keeps the Cannon Rods option available. Doesn't mean he's going to do it. But it seems like Vortix is going to go hatchery first.
And as it so happens, Oz is scouting in the correct direction.
Also because he's scouting with 2 probes. So either he's very worried about an early pull, or we might see some cannon shenanigans. And with 2 probes out on the map.
Very devious. Look at how mad that probe is.
Oh, he's mad. He's seen terrible things.
All he wants to do is build some cannons. This probe was made for one purpose. Some probes like to do things like build Nexi and gateways. They create jobs. Uh-oh!
No, not good enough. No, don't go out. Don't fall for that trick.
Vortix is too good, and Oz is going to abort mission immediately.
But this is already good news for Vortix. That's a commitment, Ben.
Yeah, that's free money.
Hashtag free money.
He basically just killed a probe.
And the Nexus is quite a bit delayed.
Yep. Nexus will go down, so Oz took a stab at it, didn't work out. No big deal.
No, he didn't overly commit. He didn't try to throw down that third Nexus.
Wait, Oz.
And he has no money. He has no money for it now.
Okay.
Vortix is very worried. Vortix has like a heart attack at the moment, and now he's like, can breathe again.
Cancels the Nexus, builds 4 pylons.
Vortix faints. Oz is going to try to play catch up over here. As you can see, he's dropping the gateway before the cannon, so he wants to open up his stack a little bit quicker again. But still, this is all a little late, and this is a very nice situation for Vortix to be in. And you know, he might even throw down an additional hatchery before he starts mining gas. Why not?
He's gasless this time, so he's definitely going to have the extra mineral income for it. We see a couple of drones being transferred. Will one move to the third? Oh, we'll see. For now,
we already had one.
Oh, we got a dancing drone down there. He was doing the twist. And he will quickly become a hatchery.
A very economic opening over here.
It's one of the greatest things a drone can aspire to, Kev.
To become a hatch?
Yeah, man.
Because then basically you become anything you want to?
In a way.
I can see it.
In a way.
I can feel it.
It sure beats being a spore crawler.
Unless you can have the upgrade for the spore cannon then.
Well, that would be special. Maybe in Legacy of the Void.
That changes everything, doesn't it? Vortix has a very good idea about the timings of the cybernetics core, about the timing of the gateway, and maybe even a potential +1 harass, as he had the Overlord hovering above everything that Protoss had for quite a while. Oh, this is going to be a close call. A probe will fall.
That's what he gets for pretending to cannon rush.
This Link knew the probe was evil.
Yeah. Meanwhile, that's like the happiest Zergling ever. He's just munching on some robot parts, wagging his tail.
He's having a good time.
When did Adebisi start observing for us, by the way?
Adebisi's in the house. Shout out to Mike. Yeah, shout out to your legend.
Adebisi is like the second most famous person in Canada.
Well, you all love him. Zealot Stalker Mothership Core is going to be the opening. What's going to be behind this, man? We saw Genius go crazy earlier today after the opening was fairly weird. Now there's still an Overlord over here, so he's keeping a close eye on the Cybernetics Core. He sees there's no Chrono Boost being spent on that, but a lot of Chrono Boost being spent on this gateway.
Yep. Trying to hurry up and get a second Stalker out. Wow, that's not
an interesting opening over here. And I'm not sure, like this is the kind of opening that we saw a lot in the early stages of Heart of the Swarm. It's like, let me chrono boost out a few gateway units and maybe kill your queen and a few drones because you barely have anything. But it kind of, you know, it kind of fell out of fashion a little bit.
Yeah, but this is still something that Vortix has to deal with. Fortunately for him, he has made these lings and might surround, it will surround the Zealot. But it doesn't matter because Zealots are just vicious and they kill Zerglings very
Still,
quickly.
this is good for Vortix. He's buying time. He's having a superior economy. He's even droning already behind this. He's so confident that this is all that Oz is throwing at him. And he's right, but still.
Yep, still it's a little frustrating, a little bit annoying, and you got to be oh so careful. And he's going to respond with 12 more lings. When the speed finishes, it's obviously impossible for this aggression to continue, but until then...
Yeah, and as long as he's just trading a few lings, as long as his economy doesn't hurt, he's already on 56 drones, so this is easily good enough. I'm so curious to see how Oz is gonna... Okay, Oz is strong, and this Nexus is already more than halfway done. Never knew it was so hard to spot a Nexus on the minimap. Today I learned.
Vortix might have some plans to go Muta. Oh, there's the Evo chamber. Still doesn't eliminate that possibility, as there's going to be a lot of gas out.
Oh, if he forces a recall.
Should be a recall.
No, that's very late.
Wow.
Losing a stock, and now also there's no energy for Photon Overcharge. These are the only 3 gateways that are out on the map. Oh, Oz is playing with fire. Oh, the beautiful SimCity here.
Yeah.
But it's not over yet. Sentry's in a little bit of trouble, perhaps.
Gateway's going to go down. I don't know if that cannon's going to... That's a great force field.
Yeah.
That cannon will not fall.
But still a lot of Zerglings out. More Zerglings out on the map. We have 65 drones. From this point, if Vortix wants, he could only produce units. He's making a few more drones.
Getting +1 ranged attack. Is he going to go for a weird Hydra timing?
Yeah, so it seems. Roach Hydra.
Okay, well that makes a lot of sense. That's of course a super viable way to play the map. Roach Hydra has become so good in this day and age, mostly because of the Viper.
Maybe a little bit of a run by this Stalker is quite low on HP. If these Zealots, these Zerglings would commit to it, I think they might be able to break through and force another warp in.
Here they come.
Oh, Oz, you're gonna have to be real quick. No.
Is that Pylon in position?
No, not yet.
Oh, the Lings are gonna stream through. And Oz is in a lot of trouble. Lings in the main base. Nobody wants to deal with that. There's also Lings in the natural killing probes. And cannon might go down. No, I think that cannon might survive. Meanwhile, the Zerglings in the main are still running amok. Cannon does stay alive, but this is great harass here for
yeah, this is
Vortix.
slowing down Oz quite a bit. He's losing a lot of mining time. This cannon will fall. I don't know. He just refuses to use these units because he feels he needed them in the third base. He didn't really need them yet. He will be able to trap these links, so that's well done. But still, 7 probes for a bunch of links. A great move by Vortix.
Beyond that, the supplies are really starting to balloon out of control. 70 drones is 136 supply to 91. There is a large attack on the way. Roach, Hydra,
Mothership Core.
Zergling. That Mothership Core is in a bad spot, man. It will get away.
I'm not sure if it's going to be able to ever get in position for a recall. This single cannon is probably not going to be enough. Those are some good force fields.
Oh, man, and by good, we mean not that good. Man, keep casting force field, Oz. What the hell? These roaches will stay alive forever. And Oz has worked himself into a pretty awkward spot. Now Photon Overcharge goes down, and that should be enough to at least buy time for Oz to stabilize. But Vortix still pouring on the pressure.
He has to keep this Mothership Core alive. He can't really afford to lose it. These Hydras dealing a lot of damage. There's nothing really killing Hydras. Okay, the Stalker bow is growing.
Is going to finish up, and Stalkers will force the Zerg player back, at least for now. There's that Spire we talked about.
I would love to see him just go more and more Roach Hydra rather than going into Mutalisk in this phase in the game.
Because with the amount of Hydras he has, he can just reinforce with lots and lots of Lings. And,
yeah, that's true. 21 Hydra number already.
And this will thin out the Stalker count, and then the Muta switch is going to be even more effective.
Oh, this is a great fight, I think, for Vortix.
I agree with you. There's no cannon to fall back on. That Photon Overcharge is not in range. Look at these Hydras shred through the gateway unit. Stalkers are being blinked pretty effectively, but they are falling oh so fast. Spire getting nearer and nearer completion. There's a lot of gas starting to bank up, but Vortix might not need it. The last of the Stalkers are going to fall. Oz is on the ropes, Kev.
Maybe if this Forge falls as well, +2 won't finish up for Oz.
It is going to go down, and the Zergling reinforcements continue to stream forward, and I think Oz might just be dead.
8 army supply against 71. I think I agree with you on that one.
Oz says there's no place like home. GG. Vortix takes game number 2, and he never even had to tech switch. What a great game from the Spaniard. Just the Lings getting in, set it up, and then the timing attack behind it.
Yeah, but it all. I really think that this all started with that recall in the middle of the map. Also having those two stalkers there. I think being a little indecisive. Do I want to sacrifice